Hello and welcome to the Lizards Podcast. I'm one of your hosts for tonight, Liam Bailey.
And I'm Lewis Sawyer.
Hello.
Yeah, tonight we are talking about nostalgia.
Nostalgia.
Yeah,
My
like
favourite word.
fandoms and people who like nostalgia and people who are against it. We'll get into that. Let's start by talking a little bit about odd little news. So the Venom trailer came out this week. I know you didn't see it.
No.
I'm guessing you're not going to.
No, I'm not going to. I don't know if anyone doesn't know this. I refuse to watch trailers because they just ruin too much of the movie, especially in this day and age where most trailers you watch can just tell you everything. I prefer to go into a movie not knowing anything so I can be surprised. Normally I end up liking a movie more if I haven't seen the trailer, especially when people see a trailer for a crap trailer for a movie, and yeah. There you go.
Well, to be fair, with the Justice League movie, I deliberately didn't watch that movie because I saw the trailer. And I'd pretty much seen it. But, well, that means I'm going to be doing all the news, I guess.
I guess, yeah.
Alright, well, yeah, the Venom trailer finally came out, but a lot of trailers came out because it was the Super Bowl. And so the Deadpool 2 trailer came out, which looks awesome. I won't do any spoilers, but it looks awesome. There was the Black Panther trailer, which got 100% on Rotten Tomatoes just for a trailer.
Really?
But that website sucks, so, you know.
Is it still 100% after the controversy?
Oh, yeah, there's controversies because, you know, black people and all that kind of shit. Oh, you have to be black to see that movie. Or,
Yeah, apparently.
there was a thing where it was, they were annoyed it wasn't shot in Uganda, but, you know.
Most movies aren't shot where they're supposed to be set.
Yeah, like, Lord of the Rings isn't actually shot in Middle-earth.
Yeah. Really? Star Wars isn't actually shot in space.
Yeah.
Ooh.
All these other planets. It's like Doctor Who. Like, all these planets all look like Cardiff.
Nah. I will digress for a second though, even though I haven't seen or don't plan on seeing the trailer for Venom. I'm obviously still going to see the movie when it comes out.
Yeah. Well, without spoiling anything, because you can't really with this trailer, it didn't show pretty much anything. And they've been very secretive about this movie in general. So I'm kind of glad that.
Been waiting for it for over 10 years.
Yeah, I know. You know.
Well, anything's going to be a step up from Spider-Man 3, so...
Yeah, at least Venom will actually be in it, even though he wasn't in the trailer, which was disappointing. But
it's quite suspicious.
Yeah, Stan Lee posted a thing saying they've showed the toys for like Venom and Carnage in the movie, and they just
Carnage is in the movie.
Yeah, oh, he's been confirmed to the movie. Yeah,
Ooh.
But the toys are just the Ultimate Spider-Man toys, just repackaged. So
that's quite lazy.
I don't think Stan Lee even knows what he's on about most of the time, but. Yeah, well, that happened.
We better get a half an hour Venom versus Carnage fight. It's like all over the city.
I would love that.
Yeah, that'd be the best thing ever.
It's based on the Lethal Protector series, so the mini-series, and Planet of the Symbiotes. Oh. So it might have a bunch of other random symbiotes in it. But Carnage is definitely the main guy for a bad guy.
Coolio.
Right,
who's his actor, by the way?
They still haven't said who it is.
Ah.
In the trailer, you see his wife, you see the guy who has basically obtained the symbiote, and odd characters and stuff, but you don't see Carnage.
Who would you cast Cletus Cassidy as?
I would definitely cast him as Rorschach guy.
Rorschach? Really?
Yeah.
He's cool, but he's a bit old now.
Yeah, but Cassidy does look quite old in the comic.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm not really a comic book reader.
Yeah. Personally, actually, if I could cast anyone, I'd cast the dodgy hand guy from Prison Break.
Again, I've not seen Prison Break.
Okay, the guy in Heroes, the last season, the carnival guy, the butterfly guy.
Oh, him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Guy I ran into on the train.
I think it needs to be a guy who's capable of doing like a high-pitched evil laugh.
Yeah. I think he'd be alright. He's got quite a squeaky voice.
No one really springs to mind.
People rumoured for ages that Jim Carrey was going to play him.
Oh my god, he'd be perfect as Carnage.
As long as he doesn't turn him into like the Riddler. Or like Ace Ventura. The Mask.
Nah.
As long as he doesn't do it too jokey, then yeah. Because Carnage is he's kind of funny, but in a kind of like...
Yeah, but that'd be really cool though, seeing Jim Carrey doing his whole thing, but he's actually a serial killer. That would be an awesome, like...
no, it wouldn't. They did that with the movie Number 23, and it apparently wasn't very good.
He wasn't like that. He didn't act like himself in Number 23 though.
I never watched it though.
You should. I think it's a very underrated movie.
Nah, I'll give it a chance, yeah.
And he wasn't a serial killer in that.
Oh, wasn't he? I don't know. I always called him Jim Scary in that movie. But yeah, as far as other news, the Sonic movie has a filming date start, and it's still meant to be coming out next year, but they haven't started filming yet, so that's weird. But that's gonna be weird. I don't know what to say.
Everyone's gonna hate it anyway.
They probably are. I can't see it being good. I like Sonic, but you know, it's just I can't see that being good.
Only if they put Hell the Hedgehog in it.
Oh god. Yeah. So plug for our videos. We said this last week, but we're going to be doing another one soon. So bad Sonic OCs. Yeah, we've been getting quite a good response from that. People seem to like it, so we'll do a few more of them. We've got to find a few more as well. I remember last night I was going through DeviantArt, just looking at Sonic OCs, and I couldn't find many with descriptions. That was the problem, but there are some weird ones. There are some bad ones that we're going to get into. I don't want to ruin the surprise.
Yeah. Said the better.
Right. So speaking of Sonic, yeah. So tonight we're going to be filming. What am I on about? Today we're going to be talking about nostalgia and nostalgia glasses and how nostalgia has an effect on things. So as we said a while back, we were going to be doing a review of Dragon Ball Super, the entire series, soon, when it finishes in March. So it'll be a few weeks from now. And I think Super is one of those things that heavily relies on nostalgia for most of it.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, do you hear about spoilers for Super. Up until the Tournament of Power saga. So Vegito only came back. It wasn't Toriyama's idea. He came back because of fans. They thought it, fan service.
Yeah, makes sense.
Same with female Broly, who still apparently has a name, but I don't know. Khalifa's better anyway.
Yeah, way better.
And yeah, just like most of them, like it's just everything. Like Frieza coming back
again.
17.
How many times does Frieza come back in the whole of the Dragon Ball
in
series?
canon? Once. That's it. But
technically twice, because movie, then he went back to hell again. So in canon twice.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, technically, yeah.
Not canon 4 or 5? Wait, oh yeah, because he came back when Goku and Pikkon fought him in hell. He came back in GT, and he fought Kid Goku.
And he came back in the Gogeta movie?
Yeah, when Gohan killed him in one hit.
That was awful.
Yeah, that really undermines everything Frieza did.
Yeah.
Huge epic long fight with Goku that lasts about 20 episodes, and then Gohan just kills him in one hit.
Yeah, Gohan One Punch Man. And yeah, he did come back a lot, and he kind of did ruin it a little bit when it's like, oh look, Frieza's coming back. Like, again, really? Yeah.
Oh, and he came back in that Plan to Eradicate the Super Saiyans movie.
Oh god, yeah.
For about 5 seconds, even though he's on the back of the case.
Yeah. But yeah, nostalgia. I think there's a fine line between good nostalgia, bad nostalgia. Okay, let's talk about the thing that inspired this episode for me, at least. Anyway, Ninja Turtles. So let's get that.
I feel like Lee should be here for this.
I feel like he should, but he might listen. I don't know. The Ninja Turtles, right? So there were the original comics first, which were all kind of badass and hardcore comic-y.
But back in the day, most people didn't know they existed.
No, they didn't. That's fair enough. It got popular enough comic-wise, but yeah, it was mainly the movies and the series first. So yeah, so the Turtles, is it 89 or 90s? I don't know.
89.
Yeah, that series where they looked all cartoony and joking. Everyone's like, oh, that's what the Turtles are like.
Because that's all we knew at the time.
Yeah, I know, but looking back at it,
do you think most people would be a fan of the Adam West Batman series if it came out now?
Yeah, but people moved on from it. That's the difference between Batman and Turtles. Turtles, people still refuse to believe that's not the definitive Turtles.
My definitive Turtles is the original movie.
Yeah, I think that's the best Turtles.
That is on my top 20 favorite movies. Even a Turtles movie.
Yeah, but yeah, so let's go through the series. I don't know which ones you know. And I know you probably didn't.
I've only watched the original 80s one because that's just the one I grew up with.
So you never watched any of the other ones?
I watched a few random episodes of the 2003 one. It was okay, but I just couldn't get into it because I kind of got grown out of Turtles at that point.
Yeah.
And with the Nickelodeon show, the crappy CGI that they use for all of their shows just put me off of it. It's
a shame because I thought the exact same thing when I first watched that series, and as standalone episodes, I really enjoy them, but at the same time, I haven't carried on watching it. I couldn't really be asked. But okay, so yeah, so what the original Turtles were, which were like, they were serious for about 3 episodes. Like the first episode was actually really good. The second one was pretty good too, and then the third one kind of drained off a bit, and then it just got to the point where everything was a joke, and you were like beating Shredder with like, let's throw a pizza at him, dude.
I don't think they were as jokey as people think. That they were jokey, but not that bad. Like as much as I like the animated movie Turtles Forever.
Oh hell yeah!
I thought the 80s Turtles in that they felt more like a parody of their original selves. I thought they were way too goofy for what compared to what they used to be.
They were, but I think the interactions, that's how they should have been. But
yeah,
in the Nickelodeon series, they also had a crossover with the original Turtles then, and actually brought all the original Turtles voice back.
Really?
Yeah, all of them came back.
Fuck, why have I not seen that?
It's not that good. It's really not. It's like they're not on it very long.
So Cam Clark's back as Leonardo.
Yep.
Shit.
Yeah.
That was also a thing I hated in Turtles Forever.
Oh yeah, he sounded like Elvis in that series, that movie.
No Uncle Phil is the Shredder.
Yeah, that didn't make any sense. He wasn't doing anything then. But and yeah, that was before he died. So he could have done that. But they got the original Krang back, so
Yeah, I guess.
and they got the original Raphael back. That's about it, really.
It was still cool.
I honestly think that's one of my favorite things the Turtles have done. After the movie, I think that's probably my favorite thing.
Fair
It
enough.
was a really because I did follow the 2003 series. I followed it all the way through, and there were like nods to the original series in it. Like there's a bit where so you know Usagi, the bunny.
Yeah, you Jimbo.
Yeah. Well, no, wrong.
What?
That's another thing I hate about the original series. His name is not Usagi Yojimbo. His name is Miyamoto Usagi.
You don't sucky your Jimbo.
No, I don't sucky my Jimbo. no, they got his name wrong in the series.
What is it again?
So the comic name is Usagi Yojimbo. That's not his name. His name is Miyamoto Usagi.
Oh.
That's the title of the comic then. They got it wrong because they didn't bother researching it.
No. Didn't they do the same thing with the cyborg robot in the Sonic series? Because in the second Sonic animated series, the one that has the intro, Sonic.
Oh,
really
the Freedom
move?
Fighters one, yeah.
There's a bunny character who's like half robot.
Yeah.
And I swear she had like 2 different names.
Oh
Because one of them was Bunny Rabbit.
yeah,
But
yeah.
Lee remembered it as being something completely different. I just can't remember what it is right now.
Maybe he's got it wrong. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, there were some odd nods to it. Yeah, so Usagi, his best friend or I don't know, training partner or whatever, is a giant rhino called. Well, they pronounce it 3 different ways in one episode.
How
so
many
they
giant rhinos can you have in one series?
Well, that was the only one they had, but he dressed up as Rocksteady.
Oh.
He basically there's a guy in the street who had like Rocksteady's clothes on, and he just beat him up and then stole his clothes.
Oh, that's awesome.
And also with the Utroms, because they were a lot more of a main thing in that series. There was a random bit where just as a random Utrom talking to another one is like, "Don't you think we should stop Shredder?" I was like, "Shut up, Krang." So
I think that was the main thing I hated about that series. I just hated that Shredder was just a robot. I hate that just combined Krang and Shredder together. It just, I don't know, I didn't like it.
Yeah.
Kind of took away from his original backstory.
Yeah, it didn't even make sense either because they kind of went back into his backstory later on in the series when he wasn't. But he still was an Utrom, but he wasn't. I don't know.
So how did he have a daughter? Did
Adopted.
her mother get molested by a slug?
Yeah. That series had some really good things going for it, but it was mainly in the first 2 seasons. After that, it kind of just died a little bit.
It was cool that Donatello got to kill the devil.
When the hell did that happen?
One episode, I'm pretty sure Donatello kills the devil. On one of them, that's what. Well, I didn't really watch the series myself, but when Death Battle did a video about it, they said that about Donatello.
Oh, if it wasn't that series, I have not seen that.
No, knowing me, I probably got it wrong, and they were talking about Leonardo, but hopefully it was Donatello, since he is my favourite turtle.
Donatello's your favourite turtle?
Yeah, he does machines.
You go do some machines. Here, shit stick. Yeah. Oh yeah. Speaking of which, since we were doing the news anyway, they've got a release trailer for the Turtles on Injustice, and they look like the Hero Turtles, or the old series. Turtles.
I'm conflicted because I looked at it and it looks like they're all just going to be the same
One character.
That's
Yeah.
what I was really hoping it wouldn't do.
Yeah, I don't like that either. It's like when they had the Pokemon in Smash Bros. When it's like Ivysaur, the other ones.
Yeah.
I don't care about that game that much anyway.
I kind of wish I hadn't bought it. Well, the story mode's been fun.
Oh, yeah,
I don't know if
definitely.
we'll ever finish it.
Well, I think we finished in like 5 minutes, but
Yeah.
all right. So anyway, as we were saying, yeah. So nostalgia.
While we're on the subject, so what did you think of the other two live-action Turtle movies?
Two. There's been more than that.
I don't count the Michael Bay ones; they don't exist.
Okay.
The original three.
Well, okay, we'll do a Turtles episode, but let's slightly go
We've
through
already
it.
spoken quite a bit about Turtles, but I don't know.
Yeah, let's slightly go through it a little bit. So, obviously, the first one's the best.
Yes.
Second one, they had to tone it down a bit because parents complained.
Yeah, it was still alright though.
I didn't know that when I was younger, though, so I didn't know.
I didn't. It's just kind of funny that they stopped using their weapons for that reason, but then started using like household items. So like all kids know how to turn everyday items into badass weapons.
Yeah, if you get sausages for breakfast, you turn them into nunchucks and attack people with them.
The whole controversy surrounding nunchucks never fucking made sense to me.
Yeah, so for anyone listening who's not in England, so the Ninja Turtles cartoon, the original one, was changed to Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles because ninjas are, evil, whatever, and parents complained. Well, they would have complained, so they wouldn't have got it on air. So they had that, and Mikey never used his nunchucks, and they barely ever saw any of the other ones really use their weapons either, apart from Donnie.
They even cut out a lot of his stuff in the movie with his nunchucks. Like there's one part where he has a nunchuck showdown with one of the Foot Clan members.
Yeah, I
And
remember.
they completely cut that out of the first time I saw that movie. I didn't know that existed. It wasn't until I bought the movie years later on DVD that I finally saw that scene. I was like, why wasn't this in my one?
Yeah, same. And the bit where Splinter throws the nunchucks at him when he's ordering pizza.
Yeah, and the bit where when Shredder goes to attack Splinter and he gets thrown over the side, but he grabs him. Like that bit was cut as well.
Yeah, I always thought it didn't make sense when I watched it originally, but yeah, they cut a lot of shit out. Did you know about the 2003 had an entire season cut out?
Really?
Yeah, they always called it like the lost season or whatever, but basically it was, they said in that series there was an original Shredder who was a demon, and it was like really over the top cheesy, but it was in the time where everything was kind of over the top cheesy, and the entire thing was basically like a demon, and he had like, you can see like skin kind of comes like on his hands and shit like that, and it was definitely the most gory, but it didn't come out on TV because they couldn't release it, so you can buy it on DVD, and I have, so it's alright.
You know, like R-rated things are all the rage these days. Like
Yeah.
R-rated. They should totally like make a movie about the original comic book Turtles with an R rating.
I'd love that.
Yeah, that'd be the
Freaking
best
awesome.
thing ever.
But that's the problem with it. Like, people have their nostalgia goggles, and they'll be like, "It's not like the Turtles I grew up with." And it's like, well, yeah, it's not. It's not going to be.
I have nostalgia goggles, but I can still tell when I do. I can. I will get into it when we get to something.
Okay, well, but let me pose this question to you.
One last thing.
Okay.
We haven't spoke about the third movie.
Is there any point?
It exists.
It does.
Hockey. Hey, I still get more enjoyment out of that than I did attempting to watch the first Michael Bay movie.
Yeah, that's
about
fair
half an
enough.
hour of it, and it was like, I can't be asked.
Did you ever watch the movie that came out after Turtles 3? The CGI one?
I did, but it bored me.
Yeah, it is
Didn't
a bit
really like
boring.
it.
There was one really cool fight scene, and the rest of it kind of sucked.
Kind of, even though it was. I hate that people say, like, oh yeah, Raph would have totally beat him. Will actually beat him because he beat him in that fight, even though like Leonardo wasn't even trying in that fight. He didn't want to fight him.
Yeah,
There
I
were
think
several points in the fight where Leonardo could have easily killed him, but didn't.
Yeah, I think that's what's good about that fight though, is the fact that Raph won, and he normally wouldn't. So they kind of made a way that it kind of made sense.
Yeah.
But I thought that movie was okay. I've watched it more than once at least.
Yeah, I just didn't like any of the villains or the main plot.
No, it was all a load of bollocks. But yeah, okay, alright, so let me give you this question since we're on the subject then. Let's say now, the two Turtles cartoons, as in the first one and the second one, the 2003 and 89, came out at the same time, not knowing about, when you were a kid and stuff, if they literally came out now, can you honestly say that the 89 one would be better?
If I was still a kid.
No, I'm on about now.
Well, if they both came out now, I probably wouldn't watch either of
No,
them.
but if you had to choose one of them to watch.
Probably would be the 2003 one, because it's more serious and...
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the thing. It's like people wouldn't accept that because they watched it as a kid, but things... Basically, the whole point of this...
Whenever I talk about like something like that, I never say... I would never say the original series was better. I would just say I preferred it, because I grew out of it. It's
Yeah,
not me
fair
saying,
enough.
like... Yeah, there's a difference between just straight out saying something's better or just saying you think it's better. It's just your opinion, just because that's what you grew up with.
I think the only argument I could say that is kind of valid with the 2003 one is it is more like the original comics. Like, it's really close. I don't think they're ever going to get closer to the original comics than they did in that series. But at the same time, it's different.
If they just didn't mess up Shredder so much, I wouldn't have kind of resentment towards it.
I'd just say watch the first 2 seasons and ignore it. But the Battle Nexus was quite cool, actually. Because it was like, it was really cool seeing Usagi in that series. He was voiced by Sonic as well.
No, cool. Which one?
The one from Sonic X, Jason Griffiths.
No, fair enough.
He's my favourite one, though.
What?
Who's your favourite?
Urkel?
He's not going to be voiced by fucking Urkel.
I'm waiting. Again, that's the Sonic I grew up with, though.
Oh, no, same, yeah. I mean, did you watch that Sonic live-action movie, which you probably think is awful?
I didn't know there was a live-action
No,
movie.
there was a fan-made Sonic live-action movie. It wasn't very long, but they got Urkel to come back as Sonic. And it was so nice to see him again as Sonic, but at the same time, I didn't like how Sonic looked in that movie.
No, I didn't even know that existed.
Yeah, maybe we'll watch it afterwards then. It's not very long though, it's like 10 minutes. Nostalgia Critic's in it as well.
Oh,
and AVGN's in it.
Oh, nice. What were we talking about a minute ago before that? We're talking about some...
Turtles.
Oh, yeah, the only episodes I can really remember of the 2003 ones are the Triceratodon, the alien dinosaurs.
No,
that's all I can really remember of the 2003 series. Whenever I watched it, it was always an episode involving them.
Yeah, that's when most people stopped watching it.
No, damn.
It's a shame. I would love for you to watch just the first, 6 episodes. Like, they were the best ones, and then just, never watch it again. Because there were so many nods to the movie and everything. Oh, it was so good.
I still might do one day. I don't know. We'll see.
And just last thing, who is your favourite Shredder? As in voices or live action? And bear in mind, the live action
the
Shredder,
movie one.
The live action movie Shredder had a different voice than he had an actor. So.
Oh yeah, no. The actor was on Lost, funnily enough. But yeah, overall Shredder, the movie one, just because he was such a badass, just beat all 4 of them effortlessly.
Yeah. I like Kevin Nash. He's my favourite Shredder.
Oh god, Super Shredder.
Man, the amount of times that when Xavier Woods had him on his podcast, he actually mentioned it was like Super Shredder himself. Yeah.
He only says 4 lines, 4 words.
Yeah.
Do you remember what the 4 words were?
No.
Then so be it. You're gonna destroy us all. Then so be it.
Yeah. And he dies in the worst way ever.
I know. He goes to pull the bridge down, but then falls over and tears his quad.
Why did you have to say that when I was drinking my tea? I feel like if we have wrestling fans listening who are also nerds, because most of them are, they would completely 100% get that, and most people probably wouldn't. Anyway.
Years ago, there was a point when CM Punk, while in the ring, called Kevin Nash, Shredder, and he looked at the crowd and was like, I don't think many people will get that.
It's funny you should mention CM Punk.
Shredded his quad.
CM Punk was pretty much not 100% confirmed, but they've almost confirmed him for being in another match soon against a guy who lost to the guy CM Punk lost to. So
really?
He's really down the ladder now.
Wow.
If he loses this one, he ain't gonna have another fucking chance.
Yeah.
But alright, so yeah, we've done Ninja Turtles. So nostalgia. Let's talk Sonic, because Sonic is one of the things we're gonna do. Old games versus new games.
Sonic is a thing that I think you are fueled a lot by nostalgia.
Yeah, to a point. But you can't say.
But at least you're not one of these fans that are just like, oh, every game that comes out is a masterpiece.
Yeah, I think that's worse. I would admit when there's new games that are good and then the new games that are awful.
That is the difference between a fan and a fanboy. Fanboys don't criticize things they like. Nothing is above criticism. If you just blindlessly like something, not caring about the quality of it, then yeah, you're just a fanboy.
Yeah, and they really annoy me. There is a lot of them, especially in the Sonic community, and so the latest Sonic game right now, as we're recording this, was Sonic Forces, which most people consider an awful game, but there are people who defend it. And some people defend it just because you can create your own Sonic character, and that's what they're all about, and we'll get to that in a separate thing, or even in our Sonic OC video. But on a whole, Sonic has got kind of worse. But there are still some really good games. Sonic Generations is like one of my top 5 Sonic games
Yeah,
ever.
Sonic Generations was awesome.
Yeah. And a lot of people would say Sonic doesn't work in 3D, but most people do agree the adventure titles were like, the best.
I much prefer them in 3D because I can actually see where I'm going, and that's
Yeah.
always been the main problem I've had with older Sonic games. I hate that a character that is based around speed can't see more than a foot in front of him. It's like you're playing a
Yeah.
racing game as a genome soldier from fucking Metal Gear Solid with this little cone of vision. It just pisses me off. When I'm playing old Sonic games, I have to just gradually inch my way across the screen because I just don't get it.
Yeah, I think probably the next episode we're going to do is going to be a Sonic one. We've been playing through some of the old games, but we haven't played enough of them to properly talk about them in length. But I'm glad you at least got through the first Game Gear / Master System one.
Yeah.
Which is, in my opinion, probably the hardest 2D one.
Really?
Yeah, but to be fair, you didn't do it legit. But we'll get to that.
Oh, yeah.
But alright, so yeah, old games versus new games. What do you think? Okay, so we'll talk a little bit. Yeah, Sonic. Do you think the new games on a whole are better than the old ones? Quality wise.
It really depends what your preferred style of gameplay is. I can't really say which one's better. It just they're two different types of games. It's hard.
Okay, well, Sonic Forces came out around the same time as Sonic Mania. Which one do you reckon was better?
Mania.
Alright, well, then I'll give that.
Yeah, I was mainly comparing like the older Sonic games and then like Sonic Adventure 1 and 2.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's they're about, yeah, they are like kind of different
Because
games.
that was back when like Team Sonic was still decent. Now they just fucking sit around sniffing glue all day.
Yeah, they're not great anymore. The only good games they've made in the last like 10 years weren't made by them.
Yeah, pretty much.
How many of the Sonic cartoons did you watch then? Okay, so the Adventures of Sonic
I've
Hedgehog,
seen 3 Ventures.
the Freedom Fighter one, Satayam.
I only watched like a couple of episodes of that, so I'm not sure whether to count it. I watched quite a lot of Sonic X,
Did you watch Sonic Underground?
and I watched a fair bit of Sonic Underground. Yeah,
Did you?
so I've technically seen all 4, just not many of.
Oh, then have you seen Boom?
Only the clips you showed me, and it did seem kind of funny.
It's hilarious. It's
but
fucking amazing.
again, I just hate that most kid shows these days are all CGI, just because it's really cheap to make.
Yeah, that is the only reason it is.
I really miss like traditionally animated movies and cartoons.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I just don't like about anything new now. It's just they're all CGI, and it's like CGI is good now and then, but
CGI is
everything-
good when it's like you have no other choice. Like, but the fact that they just use it for everything just because it's cheaper.
Oh, one thing we didn't touch on with Ninja Turtles, the new cartoon. Have you seen the pictures of the turtles yet? I know I showed you.
You showed me a couple.
I showed you
and
April.
I didn't think it could get worse than the last Nickelodeon one.
Yeah.
SJW's Running Wild.
We got Black April. We got Vegan Turtles. We got fucking.
That's not confirmed.
It's
but
not.
It might be.
Yeah, it's not 100% confirmed, but you know it's gonna happen. Fucking hell. But all right. So let's talk Super a little bit then, just for this one specific thing. Do you think it was a good idea for them to do things like bring Vegito and female Broly and things like that in it? And also, one of the teams in the Tournament of Power were based on GT. Like you had General Lark, Dr. Mew, well, General Rodo. What Doctor? I think it's still called Dr. Mew in the Funimation dub. But yeah, all that lot and Baby.
Certain things. I didn't like the female Broly. Obviously, because I'm a huge fan of the original Broly.
Yeah.
As I've told you before, I wish they just, since the movies are non-canon, I wish they just reintroduce Broly as an original character and just like rewrite his backstory to better suited. Like, say, I'd rather him have like a grudge against Vegeta
Yeah, it makes so much more
instead
sense.
of just because Goku was crying. You could base a whole fucking saga around Broly.
Yeah, because as a character, like his backstory sucks, but his design's not that bad. Like, I like Paragus. He works well. Like even the thing about his ring and how he gets controlled and stuff, and him being the legendary Super Saiyan. It's a good story done really, really wrong.
Yeah, which is funny because it's still the best Dragon Ball movie.
I won't go that far.
Really? What would you say is better?
Battle of the Gods is better.
You know I don't like Battle of the Gods.
Okay. It's the longest, I'll give it that. I personally think my favourite one, ignoring the cooler one, is the Gogeta one. just because I think the animation looks amazing.
Gucci
In
is
that.
probably my third favourite. The Call is my second favourite.
I don't mind Broly. It's just his second two movies sucked as well.
Second one was forgettable.
Yeah.
Third one was terrible.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever watched that more than once.
No, God, the weird acid shit near the end gave me nightmares the first time I saw it. It just creeped me out. And the scientists open the lift and the stuff's just slowly seeping towards them and it cuts away at the last second. Fucking does, ugh, and then you see the dog just melt.
I'm surprised you remember that much. I don't give a fuck all about it. I just remember them getting beat by the sea.
Burned into my brain.
Alright, so let's talk Mario. You like Mario? Let's say you grew up with Mario more than Sonic, I'm guessing.
Yeah, Nintendo.
Okay, cool.
Super Nintendo, yeah.
So what is your opinion on Mario going through the ages? Do you think he's got better, worse?
About the same. I don't know. I grew out of Mario. The last Mario game I played when it was new was
Sunshine?
Super Mario 64.
Oh, right, okay.
That was the last one I played. Because after I had my Nintendo 64 for a while, I went round to a friend's house a long time ago and played Metal Gear Solid while I was there. And I became really obsessed with really wanting a PlayStation. But my mum told me she'd only get me a PlayStation if I traded in my N64. So I did. I got rid of my N64 and all my games, which is something I've regretted to this day. Thankfully, though, I got another one. I've managed to get back most of the games I traded in.
Yeah.
But it was worth it, because if I hadn't done that, I would never have gained my love for Metal Gear and Final Fantasy.
Yeah, I think it was worth it.
Yeah.
Get Metal Gear and Final Fantasy out of Mario.
But in doing so, I kind of missed out on a bunch of games. Like, I didn't get a GameCube until long into its lifespan, and I only really got my GameCube so I could get the Zelda games and collect all the Resident Evil games. Since they released all the Resident Evil games on the GameCube because they got sick of everyone saying it's a kiddie console, so they're trying to release 18 rated games on it to get some of their edge back.
Right. That's just Nintendo in general now, though.
Yeah.
They're just kiddie.
But Nintendo are a company I've not cared about in a long time. I didn't like the Wii. I can't stand motion controls. I like a traditional controller. Everything after that I just didn't care about. So I haven't played a Zelda game since the last Zelda game I played was Wind Waker.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So I pretty much just completely abandoned Nintendo.
I was never a Nintendo fan, but I remember I remember the GameCube we got on the first date only because of Smash Brothers, and that's it.
I feel like we kind of went a bit off topic there. We're
Yeah,
talking about Sonic.
We're talking about old things versus new things.
Okay.
I mean,
But, I enjoy more Sonic games than I do Mario games. But my favourite Mario game I enjoy more than any of the Sonic games. Like, I absolutely
favourite Mario
love
game?
Super Mario World.
yeah.
I used to play that a lot with my mum back in the day. It was like...
It's such a massive game, though. Like, you can
Yeah.
do that for hours.
Like, the first time me and my mum discovered Star Road, she was like proper like, oh my god. Just hearing my mum excited about something in a video game. Just something, yeah. No.
It's funny. I remember we had a babysitter. I can't remember her name. I think it was Donna, but I don't know. But she used to come around and she was like Mario King, well, Queen. And like she knew every little tiny little thing. Like we'd never seen half of this shit that she was pulling on, going behind the stage and all this kind of shit. And I remember we just used to watch her play it for hours.
Oh,
not even play it ourselves, just like literally watch her getting these secret paths to like Rainbow Road and shit. It was mental, but Mario World and 3, you could just play forever. I'll give them that. You get more enjoyment out of those games than you can Sonic games.
Yeah, but overall I enjoy more Sonic games than I do Mario games.
I think one good thing about Sonic compared to Mario is you can get them done in like one day, and that's good. When you can just like do a game and that's it. Like we did.
You can finish Mario in one day if you got no life.
Yeah.
So I could then.
Okay, so more things. Okay, so nostalgia goggles and old things versus new things. So, what can you think of any movies that when you were a kid you thought were amazing and now you watch them and this is awful?
I'm sure there are. I'm just struggling. Mars Attack. Don't know if you've seen that.
Yeah.
Nostalgia Critic recently reviewed it. I loved that movie when I was younger, but now it's a bit wank.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of other movies. Most movies when I see as a kid, I still enjoy even now. Obviously, because of nostalgia, it makes me feel young again. I can't think of that many. Home Alone 3. I love that one.
It was a 3. Fuck
yeah. Can you think of any?
Movies. Let's see.
You didn't watch many movies when you were young.
No, I didn't really. I really can't think of many that I watched when I was young and I actually still like. Like, I think there's certain ones that have aged badly, in my opinion. Like, Turtles 2 is definitely one that comes to mind.
I still enjoy Turtles 2.
I still enjoy it, I mean, but I think it's mainly, if it wasn't, like, I didn't know what Turtles were before, then I don't think I would have enjoyed it that much. Spider-Man 2, then again, I didn't like it that much when it first came out, but Spider-Man 2 is my least favourite Spider-Man movie because so much of it is nothing happening. It's like, I don't like movies where they lose their powers. It fucking pisses me off.
I was going through some comments on some Marvel-related thing the other day, and I was really shocked by how many people were saying Doc Ock from the second Spider-Man movie was their favourite Marvel villain.
Oh, a lot of people said that to me as well.
Really? I don't get it. His opening scene is really cool when he's on the table and the tentacles just start killing everyone. That's cool, but none of the Spider-Man movies I ever desire to ever rewatch.
I hate to say it, I've seen 3 more than I've seen the other ones.
Oh, wow.
And that's just because it has so much happening. As much as I don't like most of it, I don't feel bored watching it. But I think Spider-Man 3 is definitely the one movie I can think of that when I saw it I liked it, and then literally the next day I hated it.
Yeah.
I think it was more the hype, because I saw it on the first day it came out. I was like, biggest Venom fan ever. Everyone was like, yeah, Venom, 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 and then we waited for like 2 hours, and then he finally turned up, and I was like, yeah, Venom's finally there, and then that's it. So it was like a little bit of hype for a bit, and then nothing. Street Fighter, the movie.
Which one?
The one with, like, the live action one, the first one.
Oh, I still like that movie.
I don't. I've watched it recently, and I don't like it.
I love it.
You know what's the weirdest thing is? Okay, the biggest one I can think of actually is the Turtles movie. And the thing is, I don't think it's bad, but I don't think there's any way of getting people who have not watched Ninja Turtles to watch that movie and like it. Now, as in, like...
John? Gary?
I don't know if they've seen it or not.
I watched it with them and they both really liked it.
How recently?
I still love the show for them.
Nah, so not that recently then.
No.
I watched it with a few people since, and there's basically a bit in the middle. Do you know when they go to like the house with Casey and April, and there's about half an hour of basically nothing happening?
I do see what you mean.
And it just, people get bored of it.
Still, we wouldn't have had that bathtub scene with Leonardo and Raphael, which I really love. It's a Kodak moment. I love that scene, so yeah.
Yeah. Okay, here's a movie.
And fucking hell, and the bonfire scene.
Well,
which is also
that was the best bit in that movie. But again, when I watched it with someone, didn't care.
Oh man.
I know, it's all... maybe Advent Children is a movie that I don't think is actually that much of a good movie, but I liked it when it came out.
Still, the last 10 minutes more than makes up for it. That
does,
epic
yeah.
fight is... Yeah. And the soundtrack's amazing.
Yeah, I think the soundtrack kind of makes that movie.
Yeah.
Speaking of movies that the soundtrack makes, Queen of the Damned. It is in no way a better movie than Interview with the Vampire, but I'd still rather watch it.
Yeah, but they aren't really like songs that were like made for the film.
No, not
So-
well. Some of them were.
Well, I guess so. Like, yeah, true, but I don't care. The movie's so bad. The acting is ridiculous, and I really hate vampire movies. There's so many of them when there's like a female main character or something, and they just randomly just fall in love and want to be a vampire. I fucking hate that annoying cliche.
Speaking of
Lestat's
Twilight.
acting in that movie is so over the top.
Yeah, it
I'm
is.
vampire Lestat. My ego is as big as the dick in my ass.
Yeah, speaking of shitty vampire movies, you know, there's another 50 Shades of Grey. I saw the trailer for it yesterday.
Got into an argument with my mum and sister about that because my sister, who's like 15, was asking my mum permission to go and see it, and I was just like, oh god, those movies are terrible. And they're like, no they're not, they're love stories. They aren't bloody love stories or BDSM stories. It's about an abusive relationship. I hate that so many people go to see those movies and think that's what BDSM relationships are supposed to be about. it's full on a fucking Joker Harley situation all over again.
It is, and they come out on on Valentine's Day.
Fucking ugh.
And like so many couples go, oh, it'll be so nice. Let's watch, abusive relationship movies. They're always fun. They are.
So like, oh, she enjoys it all. She doesn't. Oh, most of the time she ends up crying. She only goes through with it because she likes him so much. That's not what BDSM is. BDSM is about getting pleasure out of the pain. It's not just, oh god.
I feel like I should watch this movie properly before. I saw half of the first one because someone recommended me. I was like, what movie should I watch? I'm so bored. And they're like, oh, watch this. And I'm like, no, but it's awful though. I'm like, just watch it anyway. I think you might like it. I watched it, didn't like it, but I'll see. Maybe. Okay, let's talk about TV series that were probably better when you were younger and worse now. Doctor Who instantly comes to mind.
Yeah, Doctor Who. I haven't cared about that for a long time. People are like, how do you feel about the new Doctor being female? I was like, I don't give a shit. I don't care. I'm not going to watch it anyway.
Yeah.
Makes no difference to me.
I'm just surprised that the assistant is Bradley Walsh.
Who?
Have you ever watched The Chase?
No. No, it's just
Coronation Street.
Because the new Doctor's a female.
The guy is
the assistant has to be a guy.
Mm-hmm. I bet he's an old guy though. He's not even like a young guy.
Really?
Yeah. It's weird. I don't fucking know, but yeah, Doctor Who's kind of died a little bit. I think it just went on too long.
It's been on way too fucking long.
I mean, I know it was on for like 50 years anyway.
Plot holes and inconsistencies piss me off.
Yeah, I think we are definitely going to do an episode about Doctor Who to go through a lot of the stuff that were good and some of them were bad, but yeah, it just hasn't aged well. I went back and watched some old David Tennant episodes, and some of them still hold up, but some of them have. It's just some of the lines are really cheesy.
Yeah, the thing I got really sick of after a while with Doctor Who, especially when with Matt Smith, was just people just constantly going on about how great the Doctor is.
Oh God!
He's the angel in the night. He's the thing that monsters are scared about. Just the whole speech with the sappy music playing.
It's just say it. He's fucking Jesus, all right.
But the one scene where they find that thing that Roman Roar is guarding. All the ships are circling in the air. And he's like, I am the Doctor and I'm going to stop you, so don't you think it'd be a good idea to see who goes first? And then
let them
none of them
go
dare
first.
Attack one fucking guy standing there unarmed.
Yeah.
It's just so ridiculous.
That was the worst thing they did. Like, they could have killed him easily. There was no reason why not.
Yeah.
But I got sick of just the false endings they kept giving. And the same series where it's like, one of them's called The Doctor Dies. It's definitely happening. It's a fixed point in time and then he doesn't die.
Yeah,
and then
I hate that.
The other one was called The Doctor's Name. They're going to reveal the Doctor's name. They have to. Everything ends with the Doctor's name. They show his grave and everything, and then they don't tell you what his name is.
They made such a big deal about how fixed point in times are impossible to reverse, but then he just does. I
remember saying on Doctor Who, every episode you can quote this, like there's a moment where like everything's alright for a bit and then something goes wrong and then he says, "That's impossible." It's like, yeah, is it? Is it really? Was it impossible the last like 15 seasons?
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Doctor Who had its day, but
what other series?
What do you reckon about? Okay, Heroes. That's
I was literally about to say that. Heroes is a show that I don't think is nearly as good as it used to. I used to think it was.
Yeah, definitely.
It's just I don't know. It's got cool characters, but overall, I never have an urge to ever watch it again. I didn't even finish season 4. Was it?
Oh yeah.
It just I don't know. I just Could have been better.
When they made the Reborn series, Heroes Reborn. They went on about it for a long time. They're bringing it back, and some of the original cast are in it. Hero was back in it. Matt Parkman was back in it, and Noah was back in it, and that's about it. But it was really bad. It got cancelled. No one liked it. It basically reminded me of the things I didn't like about Heroes, about the fact that since there's so many stories happening at the same time, none of them get anywhere quick enough for you to care. It progresses so slowly in every single story that you're just bored for ages.
Every character has to have that one big thing, and then they're killed off.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, let's face it, Silo was the best character, and then he wasn't in it for ages. So
they made him too much of a focal point, though.
And also, he couldn't decide if it was a good guy or a bad guy as well.
Yeah, that went back and forth so much in season 3.
Yeah, that kind of sucked. Well, you're right, Lost. Is that still going on, or is it finished?
Lost finished a long time ago.
A lot of people I've heard say that they don't like Lost now, even though they liked it originally. They said it just hasn't aged well. It wasn't a great series when it finished.
I love Lost. I watched through it many times. It's a show I still think has aged alright. A lot of people hate the ending, and I can't believe I'm going to say this. This is something I'd never normally say, because I hate it when other people say it, but I think a lot of people hated the ending just because they didn't understand it. A lot of people are like, oh, so they were dead all along. So it's, no, they weren't dead all along. It's just that basically the end of it ends with them all being in some type of limbo so they can all pass on. People are like, oh, I get it, they were dead all along. No, it's just that set years later after they've all died of natural deaths, and then they all meet up there. It's hard to explain.
I was going to say before you told me what the ending was, it makes me kind of want to watch it, but now I don't. Yeah.
Well, that doesn't really spoil anything.
What was the other things? Okay, Buffy the Vampire.
Still love Buffy.
Okay.
First season's a bit kind of sloppy-ish at the start, but it quickly gets better, and it wraps up nicely.
Okay, cool. I don't hear many people complain about that.
Nah, I love Buffy.
Here's one I would definitely want to talk about, just a little bit. Smallville.
You know, I was never really a fan of
You never really watched it. I hated it when it first came out. It was like, hey, imagine if Superman was in school.
I have seen 2 episodes of Supernatural. One is one of the first episodes where some guy steals his powers.
Supernatural? You mean, oh,
No,
Smallville.
Smallville.
Yeah.
And the second episode is the last episode, because I watched it with you.
Oh, you watched the Zod one as well?
Oh, no, I thought that was just one long special.
Nah.
Okay, alright, I've seen 3 episodes then.
I think
I'm just not a big
Smallville, it's one of those things that definitely got better throughout the series.
I was never a big fan of Superman.
Neither was I. To be fair, when I first watched it, I didn't even know it was about Superman, because it was just called Smallville, and I was like, what the fuck's Smallville?
Yeah, I always found it weird that, like, in Smallville, the character Superman, before he was Superman, faces all of his nemesis before he actually becomes Superman. Because he got left to fight.
Yeah, that's the problem Gotham had as well. Like, I didn't like Gotham. I really, really didn't
Haven't
like
seen
Gotham.
it just because I'm sick of superheroes and superhero
Origin story thing.
Yeah, there's fucking so many Netflix series about superheroes, and I just
Oh, you love the fact that they've got one called Krypton out now.
Oh, great!
And it's about Krypton and Superman's parents. And instantly, I was like, I don't give a shit, not even slightly, because it's not on Earth. You can't have any of the other superheroes either. So
the only one I'm really tempted to watch is The Punisher, but because
that's awful.
Because everyone's told me it's so bad, I kind of don't want to, even though he's cast by Shane from The Walking Dead. I don't remember the actual actor's name.
Have you watched Daredevil yet?
One episode.
Just watch that instead. It's the Punisher is best. I've heard the Punisher series is basically just loads of business shit.
Isn't that what Daredevil is?
No.
Lawyer shit.
No, I was actually disappointed that there wasn't much lawyer stuff in it. I'd say definitely watch Jessica Jones. It's the best one out of all of them. It's so good. And also season 2's out soon. And David Tennant.
Ooh.
He's the bad guy.
What other series?
Yeah, we want to do a few more. I think House is one of those series that it got better and worse at the same time. In the way that it became less about just every episode is just a random patient and you have to find out what's wrong with it. But it got more about him, which made it better and worse.
I only saw the first 3 seasons. Like I think it was the first 3. As soon as like his old team leaves. I just stopped watching it there.
They do come back, but yeah, they got a bit weird. Simpsons has definitely got worse.
Simpsons has been bad for a long time because all the original writers have gone. Their humour style has completely changed. People are just waiting for it to die.
Yeah.
Matt Groening left it ages ago, I think.
Yeah, same with Beavis and Butthead, which is another thing that I don't think has aged as much. It's not as funny as people remember it, but the new episodes really are. They're really, really good. But it's one of those things that it went on for so many seasons that the guy who made it didn't want to carry on doing it. And he made the movie as a way of getting out of making 3 extra seasons. Which is quite funny, because he got sick of it. Like, he hated doing it. And most of the episodes were just kind of churned out. He just didn't want to do it at all. So I don't blame him. A lot of people get like that. But same with Family Guy. What's he called? Seth MacFarlane. He got bored of doing it.
Yeah.
I know you said the same with Kojima and Metal Gear Solid as well.
Yeah, he was trying to end it for a long time.
I think we've talked a lot about fandoms and like old things and new things and nostalgia goggles.
I think we'll save another episode when we go more into detail about certain fandoms.
Oh yeah, We've got a few we're definitely going into. I think upcoming episodes. I think we've got ideas for. We're going to talk about good versus badly written characters, and like we'll do a few odd little movie kind of things. We're going to be trying to make a few more little videos in the week as well. Hopefully at least once a week. Like we'll do the Sonic ones for a bit, and then we'll do maybe some top 10 lists. You know, like top 10 games or game soundtracks or characters, all that kind of stuff. You know, that'll always be fun. I think we should at some point do a review of the Marvel MCU, but after the new Avengers comes out.
I haven't seen Thor Ragnarok yet.
Neither have I. I haven't seen half of them, but it's a 10-year anniversary like yesterday. So yeah, it's definitely a thing we can definitely go through.
Cool beans.
One last nostalgia old versus new thing I want to go through. How do you think the original Batman '89 movie holds up compared to like Batman Begins and that kind of Nolan series?
Well, I didn't even really like Batman Begins. I've only ever seen it once. I thought it was boring.
Yeah, same.
The original '89 is still, it's probably still my favorite Batman movie.
Do you think it's aged though?
A little bit, but with that style of Batman, it always felt like it was supposed to appear aged. Like even though it was set like in the current day at the time, it still felt like it was in the like 1940s. Like everyone was wearing suits like fedoras and stuff. It had a very
gothic kind of feel.
Yeah, gothic feel to it. So it was supposed to feel aged, I guess.
I watched that movie kind of recently, and there are some things about it that definitely have not aged well.
There was the soundtrack for one, fucking Prince.
Oh god, yeah.
Do 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 do. Yeah, the soundtrack is not
I didn't
aged.
mind that actually.
The main theme's cool.
The main theme's the best.
Yeah, and I definitely think he's the best Batman.
The suit has aged a bit.
A little bit.
When
it does look a bit too rubbery.
Yeah, it looks really kind of like faded. But I think there's this one moment in the movie, you probably know what I'm on about, where he's in the Batwing, and then for no reason at all, he just flies up in front of the moon, so it looks like the logo, then flies back down again.
Yeah, that is true.
I hated that so much. So what was the point in that? And also, who does he think? Which angle does he think is looking at him? Like, do you think he's got like some director that's looking at the exact perfect like distance?
Well, you never know. Maybe he was going up really far to get enough momentum, so when he comes back down again, he's like way faster.
No, he wasn't.
Why does a guy who refuses to use guns have fucking machine guns attached to his plane?
Yeah. Murdering everyone. He did murder quite a few people in that movie. Like the bomb guy.
That was the second one. That was Batman Returns. The bomb guy.
No,
think of another one.
I'm not about the one where he kicks him down. No, it's the bell. He kicks someone down.
Oh yeah, it's the second one where it's some muscle-bound guy working for the Penguin. Like he straps the bomb to his chest and then punches him down a hole and he blows.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Oh man, he does like to murder a few people.
I know some people do dislike those two movies. I love them both, but they hate them because like Batman kills people. But Batman has killed people since the original comics.
Yeah, people just like to ignore it.
Shoot someone. Snaps everyone's
neck. His neck snaps.
But yeah, I think he's Michael Keaton's the most intimidating live action Batman. No other Batman can smile and look scary.
Yeah, that's very fair enough. Yeah. We didn't go really through the Batman cartoons, but I think we all know that the original one was the best. Well,
I as much as I love the original one, and I obviously grew up with it, I just prefer Batman of the Future. Batman.
Oh yes, definitely.
Just the feel of it. I don't know why. I enjoy Terry more as Batman. I like that he's more of a subtle wisecracker, I guess. Not quite to the level of Spider-Man. He's got more of a personality, I guess.
Yeah.
Like his fight with the Joker is cool. It pisses the Joker off because he starts laughing at him.
Yeah. I think that movie is easily my favorite Batman thing ever. It's
definitely my favorite animated Batman.
No, I still like watching that movie more than I like watching The Dark Knight.
I like it more than The Dark Knight, but I don't like it more than the '89 movie.
Yeah. Well, at least he doesn't fly in front of the moon.
True.
And I still like The Batman. I think that's way underrated. It was like really serious, but at the same time, it didn't feel like it was.
Alright. Dracula.
Yeah.
Thing was cool.
Dracula, fucking Batman.
And the Hugo Strange Zombies episode was really cool.
Yeah, that got a lot of people into that series. I know Lee got into it from that, and a few other people I know.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
It makes you think though. What if thinking of zombies? What if Batman had accidentally killed a bunch of people?
Yeah. Good thing he doesn't.
Yeah.
Well, I think we should probably end it there. I don't know what song we'll end it on. We'll probably stick. I think it's probably going to be. Actually, since it's nostalgia anyway, and it kind of fits with the whole Sonic thing, let's stick Out of the Oven in there. The song it has an intro that started as a Sonic song, and this was the first song we ever wrote for the first album we ever wrote, and it's just a slightly updated version. So yeah, I think we're going to be doing an episode about Kingdom Hearts as well before 3 comes out, because there's a lot to talk about with that fucking thing.
Yeah. I don't think there's any series more convoluted and twisted than Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
Possibly Metal Gear, but...
No, I don't know. I think Metal Gear is it's deliberate. I think Kingdom Hearts, a lot of it is just, we made a plot hole there, let's make an entire game to cover up that one plot hole. I don't know, anyway.
We'll go into the reasons why I still think 1 is better than 2. But we'll get there.
Yeah, we'll get there. Well, anyway, that's the episode for this week. Look out for our Sonic OC episode that will be on the YouTube channel. I've been Lewis.
I've been Liam.
Peace.
Peace.